Hello folks, I'm OdinSpack33. Welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Red, part number 2. Man, it is really weird saying that. Last time, we got introduced to the world of Pokemon, we got our first Pokemon, Ash the Charmander, and we fought our rival Slimbo's Squirtle. We also delivered Prof Oak his Parcel, and we got the Pokedex. And now we're going to set off into the world, and what are we doing? We're going on a journey with Pokemon, obviously. Let's go over some last few things in Pallet Town before we go. If we go back to our mom, she'll let us heal. I would say for free, but you can heal for free anywhere. But basically, that's your healing in Pallet Town, is going to your house and talking to your mom. You get a rest. If we go over to our rival Slimbo's house, we can talk to his sister here. It says, Grandpa asked you to run an errand? Here, this'll help you. And we get the town map. With the town map, we can look at the world of Pokemon. This is it. This is everything. This is what the world looks like. All kinds of stuff. So this is a little helpful, and we'll go over it as we go along. But we're gonna go back to Viridian City there. We also got the Pokedex last time, and I said I was gonna go over that. But first, I want to be able to catch some Pokemon before I really get into what the Pokedex is about, because catching Pokemon will help us to more accurately fill out the Pokedex. So I feel like we need some info in it before I really want to show it off. In order to catch some Pokemon, we're going to need a special item that we're going to be seeing a lot of throughout this game. Here's a Rattata, which I don't believe we saw last time. This is the other of 2 encounters you can get on Route 1, and there's our first critical hit. Rattata knows Tackle and Tail Whip, much like Squirtle did in our battle against Slimbo. It's also a normal-type Pokemon, and I haven't really talked into much about types in this game, but this game is like a big rock, paper, scissors of things that Pokemon are weak to, resistant to, immune to, and types play into that. So we'll be covering that, like, you know, as we get into this. But first, we need to purchase some Pokeballs so we can start catching some Pokemon. So let's go to the mart here, and let's purchase some. So we're gonna pick a nice even 5, which 5 is not even, but it's just the number that it feels right. So I'm gonna purchase 5 Pokeballs here, and we're gonna go right back to Route 1. And we're going to catch our first Pokemon. What's it going to be? Whatever the first thing that pops up is going to be our first Pokemon. Because that'll be exciting, you know? That'd be a great way to start the project. It's going to be a Pidgey. It's going to be level 4. Alright, that's actually not too bad. That's a decent strength here. So we're going to use Scratch. We want to weaken a Pokemon to be able to catch it. We ideally want to get it into red health. That would be most ideal, but I feel like if I do one more Scratch, that might faint it. So we're gonna use a Pokeball, and we're gonna hopefully catch this Pidgey in one go without having to waste a Pokeball. That'd be ideal. All right, we caught a Pidgey. What I love about the Pokemon series, it's so customizable. We get to make our team, which I just think is so cool. That you just get to choose every party member on your team. You get to name them all too. Like, just one of my favorite elements in an RPG is to be able to customize stuff. Pokemon just has that in spades. So Pidgey, the tiny bird Pokemon, a common sight in forests and woods. It flaps its wings at ground level to kick up blinding sand. We got a nickname Pidgey. I didn't think this far ahead. Uh-oh. What bird should I name this after? Alright, I've come up with a name for my Pidgey, and even though this character is kind of like a dinosaur-ish, we're gonna name Pidgey Birdo. You know, from like Mario 2. So we got Birdo in our party now. Our first Pokemon that, you know, we weren't given. And you'll notice that it still has the same health from when we battled it, so we're gonna have to heal up Birdo here. So if we go into stats here, we can actually check out what Birdo is all about. We can see their health, we can see their stats, their types. Trainer ID and number is not imperative to anything. And we can also see the moves and level up, which, you know, that level up is like whatever. You gain experience, you're going to level up. Like, that's not really important to look at. But I find the stats are pretty important here. We have attack speed, attack, defense, speed, and special. Right now, we're only going to be looking at attack, defense, and speed. Special we don't need right now. But attack is basically all of our physical moves, the damage that those are going to do. Defense is going to be your resistance against physical moves. And then speed will determine if you go first in battle. It also has an effect on how often you critical hit, specifically in this generation of Pokemon. That was changed later, but in this game, that's important. Then, like I said, special we'll go over later. And then types, we have the normal and flying type for Pidgey. What this means is that this will affect the different weaknesses and resistances that Pidgey has. But because Pidgey is a normal type Pokemon, and Gust, which it doesn't tell you its power or strength or type or anything like that, because this is Gen 1, so of course it doesn't tell you any of that. Gust is also a normal type move. So when your move and your Pokemon type match, you do bonus damage. More commonly known as stab or same type attack bonus. Basically, whatever your Pokemon's types are, you want to have moves of that type to benefit from that attack bonus. So we're going to see that, throughout the game. So Pidgey's actually going to be pretty powerful right now because Gust is going to be a pretty good move for us. I'm also going to be trying to use like a lot of Pokemon in this playthrough because I find that will be a lot more fun to do that. So I'm going to try and catch pretty much all the Pokemon as I go through the game. I'm going to be changing up my team as we go along, probably doing some off-screening of some level grinding to make sure that they're all caught up and ready to go. But right now, we're looking for a Rattata, which is the other Pokemon that is on this route. And ideally, we should be using our new friend Birdo to gain some experience because, we want experience for all of our Pokemon because we want to have like a strong team. We want to do our best. And there's a lot of Pokemon you can get right at the beginning of the game, so you really do have a lot of options for customizing your team as really it's super early in this game. So why don't we do a little off-screening until I see a Rattata, and we'll try and catch it. Well, that was fast. Literally the next encounter. I probably did not cut any footage. It probably was just me not talking for like a second. Alright, here's a level 3 Rattata. Not as strong as level 4 Birdo. But it looks like we didn't quite do half damage, so we can probably get another scratch in here. Hopefully we don't get a critical hit, or else that would be it. But we gotta come up with a fun name for our new Rattata friend here. Rattata is actually one of my favorite Pokemon. I don't know why. It's just, I don't know, just appeals to me. I really like it. It's a fun little mouse. So, oh, actually, I have a great name for this. Actually, I already named something after Tales of the Abyss, but we're gonna continue on the Tales of. We're gonna go into Symphonia, which I've never done a Let's Play of before, but I have streamed and I love the game. We're gonna name Rattata Meltokyo, which is a city in Symphonia and has a notorious sewer dungeon filled with mice. So that, I think, is a pretty cool name for Rattata. And Rattata, as you'll see, is also a normal type Pokemon. A lot of early game Pokemon in any Pokemon game you play are usually normal type. Like I mentioned last part, it does have Tackle and Tail Whip. So it will also get that bonus damage on Tackle because it's a normal type. So isn't that just fantastic? We got 3 Pokemon already. So I think before I move on to the next area, I'm going to do a little bit of level grinding. Yeah, already. Because I'm going to be using all the Pokemon pretty much in the game, and I'm going to be switching up, I'm going to have to level up my team to really get them into fighting shape. So I will see you back when my Pokemon Meltokyo and Birdo are a little bit stronger. Alright, I'm back. I've gotten all my Pokemon to level 7 to match up with Ash here. I thought that'd be kind of appropriate. They also learned some new moves. You probably noticed some footage I left in. So Meltokyo learned Quick Attack, which completely outclasses Tackle. Just a way better move in all aspects. It has stronger power. It is 100% accurate. Tackle's actually 95% accurate. And it has a special benefit where it will always go first. No matter if the Pokemon I'm fighting against is faster than Meltokio, if I use Quick Attack, I go first. So, really good move. Birdo learned Sand Attack, which is a status-altering move that reduces the accuracy of the Pokemon you're against. Something I haven't really mentioned about status-affecting moves is that it lowers it in stages. It's only temporary for the battle. And you can do it up to 6 times. So you can, like, really hamper the ailments. the status levels, the stats of your opponents. We're going to heal up here, because I've been doing that a lot. I gotta be honest, Meltokio was really annoying to level up. We're also going to visit around Viridian, because I haven't really done anything here besides what I was supposed to do. And also, I want to go over the Pokedex here, because now we've been able to do this the entire time, and I just haven't yet. So, you'll notice we've seen 4, and we own 3 Pokemon. Anything that we own has a little Pokeball next to it. If we go into it for a Pidgey, for instance, here, you can see its little info and whatnot. I don't think we saw the info for Rattata, or at least I didn't say it. Bites anything when it attacks. Small and very quick. It is a common sight in many places. And then you'll see for Squirtle, mystery data. Even though we saw it technically in the first part, when we were choosing our Pokemon, it doesn't appear in the Pokedex, I guess because we didn't have it. If you go to area of a Pokemon, you can see where you can catch it. You'll see Pidgey appears in many places throughout the game. Starter Pokemon like Squirtle and Charmander, that's it. You can only get it at the beginning of the game. So in order to get more, or even to get one, you have to trade with another person's game. Which I will attempt to do for this project if I am able to. We'll try to get them all. Try to catch them all. But why don't we talk to some of the characters here in Viridian Pokemon Center, so you're tired, hurt, or fainted Pokemon. There's a Pokemon Center in every town ahead. They don't charge any money, either. You can use that PC in the corner. The receptionist told me, so kind. This receptionist here is about trading when linking up to games. I'll go over that later. The PC, I'm really not going to go over right now, because we don't have a reason to. So, there's no reason explaining anything that I don't need to do. So, let's talk around Viridian City and learn some more about the folks here. You want to know about the 2 kinds of caterpillar Pokemon? Sure, why not? Caterpie has no poison, but Wheel does. Watch out for its poison sting. Ooh, new Pokemon. We'll have to see what they're about later. Let's go in the Pokemart and talk to some people in here. This shop sells many antidotes. No, potions are all sold out, so you can't buy any potions here. We can buy some status healing items, antidotes, paralyze heal, and burn heal. Antidotes, I mean, you could buy those right now, but we don't really need to purchase anything like that right now. We can go in this little house here, and this is little, basically, chalkboard tells you about the status effects in the game. We'll go over that as we see them here. Okay, be sure to read the blackboard carefully. And then, phew, I'm trying to memorize all my notes. And this notes thing, we don't really have to go over either. We're just going to talk to NPCs, really. I'm not going to go too crazy into all the objects in the game. Those Pokeballs at your waist. You have Pokemon. It's great that you can carry and use Pokemon anytime, anywhere. We can't go through water right now. And you'll notice this NPC on the other side of this weird-looking bush. That'll be something else later in the game we'll have to deal with. But speaking of funny-looking little trees here, there's hidden items in this game, too. If we walk up to this here and hit the A button, we can find a little hidden potion. How about that? That's pretty fun, right? There's a couple ways we can leave Viridian City. Which way will we go? You're going to find out next time after we talk to everybody else in town. When I go to shop in Pewter City, I have to take the winding trail in Viridian Forest. Talk to this NPC here. I've had my coffee now and I feel great. Sure, you can go through. Are you in a hurry? Yes. Time is money. Go along then. You know what? We'll show off the little tutorial that this NPC shows off. I see you're using a Pokedex. When you catch a Pokemon, Pokedex is automatically updated. What? You don't know how to catch Pokemon? I'll show you how to, then. So yeah, this is actually the little tutorial on how to catch Pokemon. And we've already done this already, but hey, there's a Weedle. We heard about that, and it's Poison Sting. This isn't a great tutorial because this old man here does not actually weaken the Pokemon at all. But a Weedle's a weak Pokemon, so it's pretty easy to catch. He got lucky. First, you need to weaken the target Pokemon. See, he didn't even do that. That was just... He cheated there. My daddy loves Pokemon, too. Speary. Tweet. That's a Pokemon cry we haven't heard yet. Coming up with nicknames is fun, but hard. Simple names are the easiest to remember. What's this little note here? Spearow, name Speary. Oh, that's a new Pokemon, Spearow. We haven't seen that one yet either. Doesn't go on our Pokedex, I believe, even though I feel like it should, because we saw it. And here we have a gym, Viridian City Pokemon Gym. This Pokemon Gym is always closed. I wonder who the leader is. We'll see what Pokemon Gyms are all about. It's definitely a pretty much a very important part of the game. But that's going to do it for part 2. That's Viridian City. Next time, we're going to leave either west or north of Viridian City. Maybe both. And we're going to see what lies out in the world of Pokemon. I've been OdinSpack. Thank you so much for watching. I, again, am really excited to play this. So I'll see you all for part 3 of Pokemon Red. So until then, take care and goodbye.